April, after the big dump, we are trying to consolidate to go up. But the big question in the stock market is this the bottom of this big buy here, or we are just consolidating, go up, making the markets optimist to push it lower again, like for instance in this Portuguese gulp, like to push it like here, around here on this area. Should be this. We don't know yet, but the recession by all the macroeconomists, it's on. So we don't know if we manage to reach this top again, or maybe just the top and then we come back lower, or we just don't pass here on this trend line. We bounce here and suddenly we come lower, like on this area. We push higher, higher. Everyone thinks is going to be going up higher, and suddenly we go lower than the last bottom here. So we don't know. At least we had a big bounce, but we are already bouncing back to support, which is this area to buy, which is around here. This is a buy area until here, until these candles close and this week. So until here, it's good to buy, or you just wait for it to come down, bounce up, and when it goes up again, buy it on the rebound on this trend line or on this trend line. Anyway, this is just the Galp, the Portuguese stock. I was just checking it out now. Very easy trades with these trend lines, and the highs here plus this high here, which will be the top, I think, when we won't pass this area here. That's what I think, with the recession on. So I'll just I'll start now with the dollar index. In these moments of crisis, the dollar is king. Normally, many people take money out of stocks to invest in dollars to have cash. So as you see, dollar already went up, didn't reach the top, still going higher. We might touch the year again, and then maybe after, maybe we come down, I don't know. But it's strong, of course. And this is a trend line of support, and this one too. Euro index, dollar index. So S&P 500. I'll just use the monthly charts, but I can use a bit of the weekly charts to see what is happening if someone wants. But at the moment we have this bounce here from this easy area, I think, because this area here, we didn't come down to test it and to go higher, so we just bounce. And that's the question, if this is the top, but if we don't pass this area, or maybe we manage to get here or here, and we start to see the price coming down and close below the 21, the white one, I think we come to this one after a while, putting everyone to buy, markets positive, blah, blah, blah. We come here, and then we come to retest this area here, or we can come even a bit downer. I don't know if we might come to this trend line, which is the one we are on, the one on top. I think we should bounce on the 200 here, and this should be the bottom. But in a big recession after 1 or 2 years, maybe we come down to this one, to this trend line basically, or these trend lines. So let's see what it does. We need to see what's happening. We go up like here, and suddenly big push down, and everyone will buy, like the big players will buy, and we have the 200 moving average and this trend line here. But the 200s are coming here slowly, so maybe here, and then suddenly it comes here to the 200. So let's see what it does. For now, we are pushing high, it's weakened, so the market is closed. So it's the same with all the stocks. So basically the Fed and Trump is pushing with the Fed and quantitative easing, pushing the market up. But is this the bottom? Or is this the bottom here with the 377 or the 200s, which normally are the bottoms? So I think we will come here, pushing everyone to buy, and then this will be the bottom on this area here. even here. Yeah, here. I think this is the area. It's this top here. Basically, we should come to this area here. That's what I think in the next month. Or we come maybe next month up and then suddenly a big crash again. Let's see. This is the stop loss anyway for this area and for all the markets. If this is the bottom, this is the stop loss, and all the areas below are to buy, believing this is like the bull run will continue. If the bull run doesn't continue and this is the start of a recession, these areas should be the top, and then we start to make a downtrend from these tops here. So let's see. Nasdaq the same. Russell to the Russell, the English one index. Basically, we already bounced from the 200 and we are finding support on this trend line. So the stop loss can be here or make another entry here. And this, if we come down, maybe this is the bottom for now, stop loss below. If we get another crash, go up to come down. This is the trend line and we have the 377 moving average that many traders are seeing it now. And maybe they are pushing the market to come here, pushing it higher now, so they can buy below here on this area. Actually, it's here on this top here, because the price here came up, came down, but never touched the support area, which is aligned with the 377. That's where I would buy on this area. Of course, for day trade, we could work here and put the stop loss below and try to sell here on the tops, which is still a good profit. But as an investor, I will put here on this little top here, or even here on this top and on this moving average. So depends, she is going up, so it's about adjusting between this trend line and this moving average. The Nikkei, the Japanese one, also the same. Was this the bottom? I don't think so yet. Ray Dalio and many, like Raul Paul, they are all saying that we are already in a recession. So of course, we have this big bounce. Many people are optimists, thinking that the price will go up, but in the end, we can just bounce back, and then we have this trend line here. And this can be the buy, or here, but I think it's quite low. But in a recession, maybe we can do this after a few years and we keep on coming down. But I think we bounce up and then we bounce down. And we have the 200 here below. So and Nikkei has big crashes, so we can just be doing like up, another push up, and then bounce, touch the 21 and big bounce down. So we are arriving to the 21 in next week or something. And yeah, and then we can bounce down. The internet now is a bit stuck, but I'm waiting for it to refresh. I think the sound is still on, but yeah, so by looking here, you can see that the price is, we have the 200 here and another area, this trend line. I believe that we can come very easily to this trend line here. So we can bounce up and then back down. And the internet is very bad at the moment. Okay, it's on now. So I'm trying to, okay, it's working now. So all the FANG, the Facebook and everything, yeah. I don't know if we are getting to the tops. All the FANG, it's moving higher, especially Amazon, it's pushing to the new highs. Netflix also going to the new highs because of all the streaming and digital sales and distribution. Everyone buying at home, but so this is still the Nikkei. So the internet is very slow. I'm waiting a little bit. So we have these trend lines. We have a big bounce on the monthly. It's good to check the weekly as well. The weeklies are important, but we are already in this trend line. See, it already came here to test the support, trying to push the 21. We still didn't manage. Let's see what it does. Last case, we come down here to the 89 moving average, which wasn't tested. So, and this is like the breakout here that never got tested. So this is the buy on Facebook, and I think we will go there. So for investors, this is the spot. Apple, yeah, many areas to buy. The 200 exponential or the 200 are always safe, but it's about seeing what it does and to see if we go to a new top and then back down to have all this area here. So we have been in a bull run. The new iPhone is on now, so it pushes the market higher. But as you see, we have these big pushes. But I think this trend line was tested here, and we can come to test it 2 times. 1, 2, maybe no. If it follows the same pattern, maybe it one here test. So maybe not so low, but we have all these trend lines here. So all these areas are to buy. Depends on the crash. You need to see which area wasn't tested after this spike. So this spike, we didn't even came to this top. So actually it's here. It's in this area on the 113. So might come to this area here. That's where I see, but we never know if we come down to the 200 or the other 200. Who knows? It's pushing up, but I think we will be tops. Amazon pushing higher. Jeff Bezos made this breakout from this trend line that comes from the early days. These 2 trend lines that created the top made a big breakout to the new highs, but I think we won't go much further. We can still go up a little bit, but then we have to come down to find support, at least on this trend line or this area here. Netflix pushing higher, but this is the resistance. Let's see what it does, and then I think we will come down. Because Netflix has these tops, touches 1, 2 times, 3 times, and then back down to support. So I think it will be here. If we miss this one, it's here. But I see it more coming here to one of these tops, or this top, at least this top first, which wasn't tested on the 89. And then there's another one not tested, which is aligned with this area. So we have 2 areas of buy with a stop loss below. And yes, so it's a little bit about this. It's a bit the same, the stock market, some more, some down, some gold still pushing higher, but I think we are reaching the tops as well. Maybe a little, we still can go a bit higher to make a double top, but this is the trend line to buy. If we come down, this is the area now. The big buys were here. This one wasn't tested, so might go up and then come back down to this one, or just hold on this green one for now. But we are reaching to the tops here on the indicator, so. And people want cash. They don't want to put everything on gold. So I think they will sell. There will be a good sell-off after a while. Okay. And of course, no, not this one. This is the gold miners. We came to test the support here this week here. Big bounce up, and I think this will be the top on the miners, which was a really good bounce on the gold. Silver also made a big bounce, but I think it will come lower. But we had a big bounce. This trend line was created, so we don't know if we come back here, at least to test this area below, and then move higher to see. Let's see what it does if it manages to push up this week and try to be on this trend line to try to break out. or if we just come here and then bounce back, and this is the support, and then we'll be here, around here. That's what I think. Here it's still pushing down the stochastic, and RSI is still up, so might come here and then back down. And oil still pushing down. That's what I was expecting. So we have this trend line here, and I think the big buy on petrol will be on this week here, from the around 15 or even 13 more or less. But I think we will keep out. I think this trend line will hold on the 15, 16, around 16. For now, we bounced up and then big rejection, and it's easy to see like on the daily, big rejection. Bounced back down, and now we are coming down to the other trend line, and that's the buy on oil. And now a little bit of some cars. So let's see, Porsche. I'm on the daily now, but I will open the weekly or the monthly. But it's good to see like how the markets react to this crisis. Like the stock market, the big indexes and the big tech companies pushing higher with a strong bounce, but all the automotive and airlines and hotels pushing quite low, some with some good bouncing, some not. And yeah, so I'm waiting for the Porsche to open. Yeah, that's it. So we are here now, trying to push up now. Already we tested the 21 and the price is already up, and then we will test this trend line and we will push higher. So this is now the resistance. But we already came here, came down. We still can push to this area here. I don't know, one more time, but depends. This is a buy area until here, in this candle close here. So buy areas are from here until here. Stop loss here. BMW. So this already did what I was saying. Touched the 21, bounced to the 50, the green one, and now we are coming back down. I think maybe to test this one and then consolidate a little bit here to see if we hold the support, and then hopefully up depending on the economy. Toyota might be the same. This is the daily. I will open then the weekly. So Toyota, as we can see, it's pushing down. So we had the spike up and then already with the trend line pushing down. So the market and the recession, this is just to put people to buy, but we are still on top of the 21. So it's still possible to go up from there. But like crazy chart, like really many bots, algorithm buys, it's easier to check on the monthly. So this is the support, but the price is like doing like this. So it's crazy. So, but this is support, and this is also another support that we can have a buy here. Or last case on this trend line from this area here on the 41, which is we bounced up. This is the top. We never passed this, and we are coming down. So I think we push higher, and then we push lower again, and then it will consolidate and going higher from here. Toyota, Fiat Chrysler. I'm just doing like some fast charts now because the theory is all the same. Is do we have a bottom or we don't have a bottom? Some charts had big spikes and maybe we got the bottom, but some charts didn't get like a big spike and just can come down to test the same support. Or if the stock market comes down, they come to the next level, which will be here, like this. Fiat Chrysler, we had only this bounce, and maybe we push a little bit higher, and then suddenly we will come here. This is where I will buy Fiat, even if I had to wait. Ferrari also pushing higher. Ferrari is good. It's a good brand. So two big buys here, but we don't know if we reach the top, and then we can have a push down maybe to here. That's what I see on Ferrari to like 11, 13 area. We bounced from this support here 2 times already, pushing higher, but I think this is the top, and then we come down. That's what I think. I don't know. Tesla also the same, just pushing higher, like a big bullish engulfing, but I think we will reach higher, but then if we break, normally this breaks fast and it will be here, the buy on this area here that never was touched on this trend line basically. If we miss this area, suddenly we can come after a few years or a few months to this trend line. So it's about managing positions here. People who managed to buy on this breakout here, managed to get it out, and then it came here to test and then back up. So, but I think this will be the tops, I don't know. It's crazy, the Tesla stocks, I think they are pushing it up so they can just dump it after. And this is Ford. I'll do just 2 more cars and then some airlines. And yeah. So this is quite bad. We had this downtrend here. Suddenly we broke down. We found support on this area here, which is easy to check. But I think we will come down even longer, even lower. So we are here in this area where we bounced on this area, but we still can come to this top here. This was never tested, so I think these trades are quite easy. So I think this is the buy area here, or last case even lower, but I don't think so. So I will see the buy around $3.5. That's where I see it. Now we push higher a little bit and then maybe back down. This is where I see. I don't think it's the bottom, but people who think this is the bottom, they can buy here and put a stop loss to make 1 or 2 buys below, use this as stop loss. And that's it. If it goes lower, rebuy below. Renault, it's really bad as well. So I'll just do like really fast. So it's the same situation. Bounce was quite small, but we created this trend line. Maybe we come back to test it. And let's see if the same trend line holds. Otherwise, we can come lower to test, like doing a double bottom around this area. But let's see. That's the thing. If the stock market comes down 1 more time, these ones will go lower than this trend line. But until then, we can just consolidate here to go higher. Volkswagen, which I like, and then I'll go to the airlines. So Volkswagen, we have this trend line, this top with this top. We had this touch this support 2 times to go up, came down to test it, and then we went up. We came back again here, we went up, but not so strong because of the strong downtrend. So we never managed to push higher. So we are having less sellers, less buyers here. So I think we are pushing up, but I don't know if we manage to push to the new highs with a recession. So the price will come maybe to the 21, do something like this up and then suddenly back down. And I think this will be the buy here. It's quite low, so I don't know if we reach there, but for now we have this bounce. If this is the bottom, we can come just back, test it again and back up and consolidate on this until this area here. But looking at the chart, now this one was tested, but this top here wasn't tested. So yeah, I see this area of the 77 still possible, but who knows. For now, it's using this as a pivot and the bottom until, and then it's just looking. So United Airlines, very strong, big dump, bounced. We are here trying to hold support. We still have this trend line. Indicators are already down. It's already on a buy area. I'll just do the weekly. So we are here trying to push up. I don't know if we can hear one more time to go. We are in this downtrend. As soon as we go up on this trend line, we go up. For now, we are pushing down, but if this starts to make higher lows. We might, as soon as we break out of this trend line, we might touch it again and then break higher. For now, this is the buy, and we are consolidating. These are all buy areas on United with a stop loss below here, or many buys. You can buy one part here, one part on this trend line, stop loss below the wick, which is connected with this trend line. And I think Delta, American as well, the same. So we are in this, trying to break, we were breaking down. This is a consolidation. See, we are already trying to make higher lows, and we have this trend line to push higher from here. So we already tested the bottom 3 times, already came 3 times, always hold, and now it's starting to do higher lows on this trend line. And I'll open the month. So we are here, but we still have another trend line below. So let's see if it holds on the end of the month. It's still tricky, but we still can come one more time to test this. But on the daily, it's already stronger, trying to break out up, but maybe we come down one more time to this trend line. Let's see what happens. I think this is the big buy. It's on this area here, which is aligned with the trend line. No, it's not, but we never tested this breakout here. Let's see if there's a big dump, and this is like for the recession, and this will be the big trades on Delta, for instance. But until then, it's just buying here, trying to understand that it can come to this top at least here, or here, or even to the 21. Who knows? So this is the stop loss. You buy on this area. You can actually do 3 buys, one where we are, one in the middle, one on this trend line, stop loss, and then have like another big order here to get lucky, and there's like a big wick coming down and then back up. I believe this is the buy here or here on this top or on this area here. From this top even until here, if we have a big recession. So we managed, maybe we can put everyone positive up, everyone thinking is going up, and then boom, back down here, and this is the big buy. So this is what I see. JetBlue, for now it's holding, yeah? So it's already indecision because we went higher and we already came down. It's trying to hold. And this one, it's already on this trend line. For now, it's holding. The stop loss is below. The buy areas are here. Even if we come down a little bit, maybe it bounces up. But yeah, until today, this hold. If we are in a recession, we might come here to the 554. Who knows? I believe that we can come here to the 554. 55, 45, sorry. Yeah, so we have here like Turkish is good. It's been still strong. We had the dump, but we're still holding support. I don't know if the buy is here. This is where I see. But for now it's holding, so we keep this as a bottom. And the buy was here, but we can still consolidate here. Do something like this, consolidate, and then push higher. But I still think we can come here when the stock market comes one more time down. I think this is the buy. Okay, AirAsia, which I like a lot because I use it a lot as well. So we're on this downtrend. We had already a big push higher, but we're already trying to understand if we manage to push higher or if we come lower again. And this is the buy. We can do like this. It can do like this basically. Up, back to test the support. So I think the support will be on this trend line, and the buy will be here on this area. Because we had a big dump, but this is like a really good investment, I think. Okay, so let's see. Nike. I think we will be reaching the tops, although brands are quite strong. They are holding the market up. So we had a peak push, this push down. It's like a bull run, but we never came here. So it's really tricky because we came to test this support, like I was explaining on the other stocks. This came here to test this support that was never touched, but there's still this one here. So we still can come, but for now, if this is the bottom, all these areas are to buy. And it's trying to hold on the 21. Every time it holds on the 21, normally it goes higher, but it maybe can come here, pushing everything up and then back down to the 200 here. If we are in a recession, the people don't have money to be buying everything. So these are the buy areas. You just need to look at the chart to understand what Nike does when a recession comes. And we might push up and then suddenly we do this. Like here only one time, so we push up and now we already had this bounce one time, but let's see. If we are starting a recession, we might come to this one. And then the last one is this one. Let's see what Nike does, Adidas, here. It's a bit slow, it's opening. But Nike, Adidas, I think they are kind of all the same. This is bull markets for years. So as you see, the last times they crash, they go to this 20 to the 100. Nike goes to 100 moving average, the blue one. This one came to the 89, but this one is tricky because Adidas, it's crazy. They have these big wicks up and down. And we have this crash that came to buy the support and back up to the 21. Who knows if there's like a big crash after like the price comes up higher here, suddenly we come here again and we come to this trend line. This is what I will do on this chart because of like these wicks that push up and down. So I will put buy orders on this trend line or a little bit above to get it filled. That's what I will do with Adidas. And this is the top, so we push down and now maybe we are just testing this top and this wick here, and then we push down and this is the area to buy. This is one that goes up and down, and these are good to trade because if you wait enough, the price should come here. Okay, Coke, and then I'll just go Coke, McDonald's. Sadly, the internet is not so fast, but it's still quite okay. I'm just doing the macro analysis. We are testing now this resistance. We already rejected a little bit. Let's see next week if we manage to push higher, maybe here, fake out, perfect, and then maybe we come to test here, this area here, or even lower. I'm seeing like if we have a big crash, a new one, and might be the last one, because now there's a new spike on the crisis in Singapore and China. So this is a good buy to area, and we still have this trend line here. So sometimes it's better to wait to come down, see where it holds, and then decide as soon as it closes above one of the supports, buy on the support, like here. Came down, as soon as it goes above, went higher. And you have the stop loss already in break even. Okay, McDonald's. All the charts are different, but the stronger brands all did the same. Big push down. McDonald's did a bit like the other stock I forgot we were seeing, like the stock market, like the big one. So it came to this support here. I think the S&P, yeah, or the Dow Jones, and then big bounce up. Now let's see if we manage to push higher to these trend lines, or maybe this one. There's one that you can create here from these tops. But if we have a recession, like we had in 2008, see the price went up 2 times, put everyone to buy, made like a push higher, and then suddenly always down, down, down below the 21 until we reach the 377. So let's see what it does, what the stock market does. We can do like a trend line from this top to this top, and we'll make that top, and maybe we can buy lower. And now, for now, pushing higher, but coming lower. I'm just doing the Hilton and the Marriott and the Ibis. So it's nice to check what the market does, and then you will decide which trades or charts are easier for you to understand. Actually, now we can create a new trend line here, and then the buy could be on the new trend line. So imagine we add this. We have two trend lines here. We came to test this. This is the buy area, the green, where you buy it's all here on this channel here. That's where the price came and bounced up, and then we came back to test the top here, this little top here, back up. So let's see what it does, or if we come down one more time. This is the buy areas, and now if we use this bottom, so this is where I will buy on this chart after a while. I will do this. There's two trend lines that can be done, three trend lines to be honest. One from this week to the bottom. The internet got stuck now, sorry about this. But anyway, as you can see, we have this, we can do this trend line, and we can do another one from some area that I'm waiting. So I'm sorry for this, just the internet, it stopped. We are using the other computer to see the news, so that's why it's streaming, it's taking the stream out. So okay, so we can do something like this, it's not on the right spot. So it's getting a bit nuts. Okay, so we have this one actually, because there's two. Now I understand what it did. If we put this one here, no, it actually not. It didn't test over there. So anyway, we can do one like that, one here, from the bottom to another bottom, which is around this area again, and we can come to test this area easily. This is where I will buy this stock, Hilton, even if it's pushing higher now, because we already missed this pump and this area here. So 2 times, so it's pushing higher. Let's see what it does. And the support now it's on this top here. So this is the, if it comes down, I think we might come here and back up. But we still have this area. It's a bit tricky, this one, because it has big bounces. This is a big crash with a big bounce and might crash again, depending on the stock market. But it's not hard to understand. I'll come back to Hilton. I hope you are enjoying the way I think when I look at the charts. See, we can have this week here. I didn't manage to get it right, but wait. I need to push it down. Yeah, I need to push it there. And now we have this week, this area here. We have a few trend lines. We have this one, which is the stronger one. So from this bottom to that a little bit wick there, and these two candles close, and we can do another one with the bottoms of the wicks. So this is a buy area. It's creating basically a buy area here. If it comes down, this I think we will consolidate here, and then when we have the downtrend, this can be the uptrend from this area and start to go up from here. When the economy recovers, we can still have another push down to this area here. So Marriott, yeah, this was an easy trade, Marriott. Some are very easy to spot. See, with this trend line from the here, every time it holds, and it hold it here again. And now we tested the 200, it's already pushing higher. So already had another buy, so we came here, came down, touched this one, up. and now we are pushing higher here. Let's see what it does, but all this area, it's a buy area with a stop loss below here. So the stop loss, it's here basically, and all these areas are to buy. Marriott, let's see the EVs. Okay, so this one doesn't, we have this trend line, it's trying to go up. And from here, we can push higher here. This is very like algorithmic. You see like it's very mathematical. This area here, this area here. You see this is just algorithms buying. So they came here to buy on this bottom here, which is very easy. Was this top here with this top, and from this bottom here and that candle here. So this is a area to buy. And then we bounced from the 89 and we are already going to this trend line to push higher. But if we come down, we can push even higher with this one from what I see. But if we come down, we have again the same areas, and then we can do a downtrend if we start a recession. Okay, so this is the cruises, the biggest ones, the Royal Caribbean. So we had a big crash because what happened, and now we are holding support on this trend line, which is the area to buy. These are quite easy trades as well. So we have this trend line that always holds, but sometimes we came down and then we come back here to test support. So this can happen. We can go higher, touch it, test support and higher. We already came down, found support here, trying to hold, and let's see what it does. But we might just get to this top here or to this top, and we can create a downtrend from this top now, and then we can push down again to these areas here. Who knows? If this is the bottom, just keep this and then just buy on this area until we might manage maybe to do something like this, make another higher low here, and then back up. Who knows? I'm not so confident we will push higher, and maybe we can, I think this is the bottom here on this area. This is the channel here, and then we can have another one down because we have big drops, but we already did a big one. So if we come down one more time, it's here, or we can just keep inside this bottom. Las Vegas Sands, this is the big one. Casinos, the biggest one, I think, on terms of stocks. Really crazy chart, so I wouldn't trade this, but it came back to this same area here to buy, but because of all this pump, I don't know if we can come down. Alibaba pushing higher, but I think we are reaching the tops. So it's big sells here pushing higher. Let's see if we get maybe a bit higher, and then I think the buy will be here. Who knows? Or here, but Alibaba is selling a lot online, so I think they will hold, at least for now. Samsung, so still new products. Okay, the drop was quite low. Just hold it again, this one, but if we start people seeing this, we can be in a downtrend and we push it lower. And I see this trend line. If we get into a recession from this area to this trend line, we can go easily because we can have a strong crash out of the blue, pushing everyone now higher like here, and then suddenly I goes up and suddenly down, up and then even down. So let's see if this is the top, make a double top here. Already did double top, maybe triple times, or we don't pass this one now. And then we come here if the stock market, or to this trend line that always holds. Who knows? But for now, level by level. This is the buy area actually on Samsung. Sooner or later, I think we'll come to this top, to these tops here, even here. So actually I'm seeing this trend line being tested maybe in next year or maybe in the next month. I don't know. That's what I see on the chart. If we have the bottom, stop loss is below these and the buys are until the 21. Otherwise, we have this level. If we miss this level, we can come to this one. BNP Paribas, banks, all bad. All the banks are bad. So this is a chart, horrible. I will never invest in a bank at the moment, only on Bitcoin. So I see the bottom here again to test this one more time, this area here. Sonai Portuguese, and then I'll just go. It's one of the biggest brands in Portugal. From that, they control all the supermarkets and retail shops and everything. So basically, we came down to this support here, and it's holding for now. So it sees this stop loss here or here, and it depends on how many times you want to buy. On dollar cost average inside that trend line, this area and the stop loss below. If we can come down, we just buy here, and I think this is the bottom. Or we can have like something crazy like this, and then we can come lower, but I don't think so. This is too crazy, but it's possible that we can come here, and that's what we can call a recession. We come higher, but by now we are in this channel here, and you just buy and stop loss below. And yeah, so just a few like pharmaceuticals with a big lobby, so pushing higher again. We had this buy here, but it was in August 19, and because of the recession, we can have a spike like this one, see? These crazy spikes that come really low and then suddenly back to the position like this one. So this Roche is very crazy, so I will make another buy on this trend line. I will take the risk, even here, for a crazy week. But yeah, but this is the top. We already came, so maybe I see it more here, coming to this area with a big wick, and this is where I will buy, on this trend line and this area here, more or less. Okay, Johnson & Johnson.